boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down.
Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now.
Oh yeah.
Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now.
Oh yeah.
Shorty all up in my me. Ooh, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never top left. Yeah.
Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. There's no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. Keep the rest. Hey, I got that checking to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from feeling all kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Ain't shit on my house. I got that checking to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get the fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my did the back that like a pogo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable for 2 weeks and they one wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that on your own. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you. Rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap, got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's time.
I got that checking to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city. I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get a. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. What you doing? I need a double a verse. I do it for FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No call. For real. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I became 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, you already there. Magic when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big put the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born. It's talking, it's hot to leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdog with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Run.
First carry for Frank Gore, the newest and oldest Dolphin. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon, finding room at the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy. Have to throw it in order to try and score.
First chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
Dalton here from the gun. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Dalton. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this was all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Nice. Hey. 368!
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A very solid gain of 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, Tannehill. And here he's got Grant. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Tannehill on first down. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to wait.
That's caught inside the 20. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Get ready for something coming left.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead grows to 10-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Here's Thompson to return it. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Third and 2, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bengals will get it at the 20. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
2 by 2. Move.
2nd down, Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-on throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
368.
Andy Dalton. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 2 by 2. Move.
Dalton sets up play action. He's going to let this one go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Bullet good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Here's Thompson on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long, it's Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, we got 368. Wise motion.
Now Dalton. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw on second down is Tannehill. He goes underneath to Drake. Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Hey, 20. Go.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Go. Lady. Go.
Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Trying to get it that time to Stills. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown.
And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Here's Thompson to return it. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Bengals have recovered it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They toss to Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bullock will put this one through. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to Mixon on first down. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From midfield here, Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 46 yards. They send Green to the left on his own. To throw here, Dalton. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Here's Thompson on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Back to throw, Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw is Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first.
20.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Dalton. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And out come the Dolphins now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 20. Hip.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to lock one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Drake. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Back.
Over here. Yes. Go. We're good.
Come on, D.
Hey.
Cloud.
Nice.
Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Tyler Eifert. He's at the 50. The 30. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Slam.
There you go. We're good.
Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Nice.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Nice.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And this one's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game, and the Bengals have got it on cruise control. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. They could get it done.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. On 1st down, Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake. Patrick. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Here you go. We're good.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And he rips that one incomplete there.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off.
Go, we're good. Over here.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tight end right. Go. There you go, Tiger. We got 3. There you go, Tiger. Take it.
Here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hey, 20. Go, zero.
Tannehill. It's complete to Grant. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Bengals hoping Mixon improves on the numbers from his rookie year. He's back there again on 1st down. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is Mixon, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
We got 4.
Go. We're good. Heavy. Baby, I got you.
Andy Dalton. Flushed out right. And caught right side. Green. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's Marquette King now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Going deep here for Still. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 37.
368!
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
368!
Again, it's Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And the Bengals on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a desperation throw deep. They've got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, fácil.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That goes for a gain of 31. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shut.